Ever since its first airing in 1980, CNN has become one of the leading sources for news in the world.
Just a few minutes from now, President Barack Obama leaves the White House for his first official trip to Latin America.
Stay on 9962. I just talked to Damon about it. I need that tip for the top.
Its 24/7 broadcast can be seen in over 90 million homes across America and over 200 million homes worldwide. Most of us are used to seeing only the finished product when we tune in to watch our favorite shows. However, few have been able to experience what goes on behind the cameras until now. We'll be speaking with crew members, producers, and talent who will tell us what it's like behind the scenes inside the CNN Newsroom. A typical day for the CNN Newsroom production crew begins early in the morning, around 4 a.m. to be exact. That's when they come in and begin planning the rundown for the 9 to 11 a.m. news block. Then at 6 a.m., the crew meets to discuss which stories to include and decide on the final rundown for the show.
Oh, and then the thing, I want to be interactive today. Do we pick up the little Twitter, Ashton Kutcher and CNN? Do we pick up on that? What do you guys think?
Hi, my name is Cari Hernandez. I'm an executive producer here at CNN Newsroom with Heidi Collins' show. Basically, my duties encompass supervising the overall direction and vision of the Heidi Collins show from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on CNN. We are dedicated to making sure that we are covering what's going on in the world, what's going on the web, and what's happening right now. I basically coordinate with my producers what our story content is going to be, what reporters we're going to go live to, and basically the overall direction of the show, what we're going to talk to our viewers about and the day, what they need to know about. That's my biggest job, to make sure that's the direction. And obviously managing behind the scenes, managing our producers, managing our writers, our copy editors, and just making sure that the overall workflow is comfortable for everyone involved in the process.
After the meeting, they all head back to the newsroom, where they will work on putting together the stories for the news show.
I'm Kendall. I'm an associate producer for CNN. So my job is basically to gather all the video for our shows, either going through media source, finding the raw info, and getting it cut, or finding stuff that's already cut. When we go to our meetings, I prompt them about what's affiliate-wise, what we have in the system, any good stories, and we're always on the lookout for good video and good sound, especially like weather video. So that's basically the gist of my job.
At the same time, both the news and the weather studios get ready for the show. Around 8:50, the production team gathers in the control room, while the writers and other crew members remain in the newsroom working on any developing stories. Then, as soon as the clock hits 9 a.m., it's showtime. Most of the action happens in two places, the newsroom and the control room.
Right now in the control room, this is pretty much the heart of our operation of how we get these shows on the air. And every single person in this room plays a critical role on getting our shows on the air. From our technical director, to our director calling the shots, to our producer, to our associate producers on the front lines. You have me as the executive producer, our segment producer, our live shot coordinator, and in the back you have another Chiron operator as well, making sure that that you get the latest, most accurate news on the air as soon as possible, as soon as it happens. When we get it, we make sure our viewers get it.
I direct CNN Newsroom, Heidi Collins CNN Newsroom. And my job is to take what the producers decide that they want in their rundown and actually put it on the air. They get all the editorial elements together, the tapes, the graphics, they put it in the script, and then I make creative decisions on how to show them on the air. And that's all I do. For 2 hours. It can be a lot, it can be a little. It really truly depends on what the news of the day is. Television can be, don't take this wrong, but television directing can be very boring because you are dealing with news and you really need to have certain lines that you need to hit. So if you can be creative and put this stuff on the air that we do, it makes the day fly by. It really makes you think that you're almost doing art, and television and art don't always go together. But you can do that. You can take the time to be artistic in how you put it on the air, and I really do think it makes a difference to the people at home.
The newsroom is where the writers work on updating any developing stories while they also check for new ones as the show goes on.
I'm one of the lead writers here at CNN. We come in early in the morning, and we have a quick turnaround time from the time we all meet at 6 o'clock in the morning until our first show airs at 9 o'clock. And between that time, we have to get everything done. And sometimes it's not easy, especially with live shots that come in at the last minute and they want all these various elements. So that's really a hard thing for us to do. The reason I've been in this business for so long is that every day is different and you never know what's going to happen. And it's very exciting to be here when breaking news happens. When you're here and all that stuff breaks, 9/11, you're here and it all breaks. It's very exciting.
What I absolutely love about my job is that, we are just at the forefront of being able to bring news into people's homes and let them know what's going on. I also love being able to walk in here and most of the time not knowing what my day is going to hold. This is not a regular office job where you just know that every day you're going to be doing a certain amount of things and have a certain amount of meetings. Here you never know. You could be sitting one second and the next be running around with breaking news. And at the same time you're being a witness to history. I mean, I know it sounds cliches, but it's true. We're here watching what's going on around the world every single day and just seeing it happen and unfold before our eyes.
The newsroom is also where both the weather and the news studios are located.
I have a 2-hour show every day, Monday through Friday, that goes from 9 until 11. So the show focuses on everything that's happening around the world, really, everything. And we have incredible resources here so that whenever there is breaking news, we usually have somebody there or nearby there. So we get them up, we tell the story, and it's all live and breaking, and that's really the center of our show. I mean, the focus. There's not a theme, we don't do these type of stories or these type of stories. It's much more about bringing it all the best way that we can to the people at home.
Hey, I'm Rob Marciano, one of the meteorologists here at CNN, and doing weather at CNN is on a national scale. I try to incorporate everything, and that often means using some video to tell the weather story. So there's not a ton going on today. One of the things we've been watching coming into the CNN Newsroom is just some video of fires in Oklahoma. This is one of them. It's not great video. So right now I'm thinking that's not the best video to look at. So I'm telling one of my producers in New York to let's switch out that video and put in another piece of video that's maybe a little bit more dramatic. So boom, I'm going to tell him to do that. So he'll make that change in about 10 minutes. We'll be on the air. And then I'll get in here, and this actually is this computer that will highlight what I'm going to have in my show, and I can stack it just almost like you would on a Mac or another computer program at home to play different graphics here as we go. So I'll line that up and be able to control that with a clicker.
Some of the other segments for the show include politics, economics, and medicine.
Sanjay Gupta, I'm the chief medical correspondent for CNN. I'm a reporter here, and I'm also a neurosurgeon at one of the local hospitals. I'm a doctor on television, so I get to report medical stories every single day. I think it's some of the most important stuff that shows up on television because not only is it in the news, but oftentimes it's a public service, I think, for people as well.
Though this particular news block ends at 11, the action does not stop there. Another crew will step in and take over the show. The 9 a.m. crew then returns to the newsroom where they will begin preparing for tomorrow's show. And there you have it. Now you too are one of the few and the proud who are able to say you have experienced a day behind the scenes inside the CNN newsroom.